Hello, my name is Jason Sheeran, and I want to welcome you to the Jasonverse. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing another tier list video. Remember a while back when I made a tier list of all the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books? Well, I'm doing it again, but this time I'm going to be ranking every dinosaur or creature in the Jurassic franchise. That includes the creatures from all 5 movies, the creatures that appeared in the Camp Cretaceous TV show, and the creatures that appeared in the Jurassic World Dominion prologue. I will not be featuring creatures from Jurassic Park the game because that game isn't canon to the films, and I won't be using any dinosaurs from Dominion other than the ones in the prologue because the movie isn't out yet. The rankings will not be in any particular order. I'm just going to put the dinosaurs down and just decide which tier I want to put them in. So if you end up enjoying this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. By the way, wearing my merch. You can get this t-shirt at the merch store. I will leave the link in the description down below. Along with this hoodie right here. You know, it says Jason Sheeran on it, you know. You see it there, and yeah. Link in description down below. Buy my merch. Also, you can get Shinigami-osaurus set on merch. I might show it down below, or, well, I'll show it at the end of the video. So, yeah, that's that. Okay, merch advertising done. Now let's move on to the tier list. Okay. So, first up we have the Apatosaurus, making its first debut in Jurassic World. Now, with this guy, I'm thinking we put him in D tier, because I don't really like the way it looks, because the head kind of reminds me of the Pillsbury Doughboy. So yeah, Apatosaurus is going in D tier. Ankylosaurus making its debut in a minor cameo in Jurassic Park 3 and getting a bigger role in Jurassic World. So for this guy, I think I'm going with C tier simply because it looks better than the Apatosaurus, but it's not really as good. Allosaurus next, making its first debut in Fallen Kingdom and making another appearance in Battle at Big Rock. So, and it's basically a fan favorite. I'll put this guy in B tier, simply because, you know, it looks cool. It even looked cool in Fallen Kingdom. It kind of looked derpy, but then again, it was like a juvenile. So, yeah, that's the Allosaurus for you. Up next, we have the Gallimimus, one of the original dinosaurs from the original film. The Gallimimus, I don't know, they're pretty, I don't know, minor characters. So I'm gonna just go ahead and C tier, simply because it's you know, kind of a pointless and boring dinosaur in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, it looks good in Jurassic Park, but in Jurassic World, it kind of got a downgrade. Moving on to our first prologue dinosaur, the Dreadnoughtus. It is another sauropod, which I like, and it looks way better than the Apatosaurus, so I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a B tier. Yeah, because it looks better. And if you guys know me, you know that I love sauropods. I always have loved sauropods since the beginning of time. Dimorphodon, making its first appearance in Jurassic World. I'm just gonna go ahead E tier. E tier, simply because I don't really like your design that much, and the Apatosaurus kind of looks better than you. So, yeah, E tier for Dimorphodon. Dilophosaurus, a very iconic dinosaur from the original Jurassic Park, and it actually made its first appearance since Jurassic Park in the latest season of Camp Cretaceous. Let me just resize you. And then you I'm definitely putting in A tier because you're one of the better looking dinosaurs in my honest opinion. Corythosaurus, making its first and only appearance in Jurassic Park 3. And in my honest opinion, it doesn't really look that good. I'm gonna give it C tier. I'm gonna give you C tier, simply because you don't really look that nice, I guess. Compsognathus, making its first debut in The Lost World, and its iconic scene when killing off Dieter Stark in The Lost World. B tier, easy, because the compy is just, really cool looking in my opinion. Ceratosaurus, making its first appearance in Jurassic Park 3. I am going to give this, and it kind of had like a goofy role in that movie, like where it smells the Spinosaurus feces and it kind of gets scared off. And I'm going to go ahead and give you C tier, simply because you're not as good as the other carnivores, but still good. Carnotaurus made its first appearance in Fallen Kingdom. I don't really like how derpy it had a role in Fallen Kingdom. It was just kind of like a comic relief or something, just to get eaten by a T-Rex or something. It made an improvement in Camp Cretaceous, with Toro being the main villain of the first season. I'm gonna go ahead and give you C tier, simply because you could be better, could be worse, whatever. Brachiosaurus, the one that started it all, the one that greeted Dr. Grant and Dr. Sattler in the original Jurassic Park, S tier. It's definitely going in S tier because it's just a god, It made its first appearance in the original Jurassic Park, and its death was not justified in Fallen Kingdom. They should have went back for that Brachiosaurus. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry you didn't make it. Baryonyx, making its first debut in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and it was the main villain in Season 2 of Camp Cretaceous. But I don't really like the way it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and give you D tier, because I just don't like the way you look. That's all. Moving on to the Giganotosaurus from the Jurassic World Dominion Prologue. I'm going to go ahead and give you A tier, simply because you're my favorite carnivore, you're my favorite dinosaur of all time, and the Giganotosaurus is just really awesome. I kind of like its design with the spikes. I know a lot of people don't like the spikes, but I kind of do. So yeah, that's me with the spikes and everything. Moving on to the Velociraptor. I am going to go ahead and give this guy B tier, simply because he's kind of overrated in my opinion, the Velociraptor. And I'll do like celebrity dinosaurs in a future video, like Rexy, Blue, Grim, Limbo, Chaos, Toro, Bumpy, all those creatures. I will do them in a separate video if you want me to. But anyway, moving on, for the Velociraptor, we have the iconic, the one and only, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm gonna have to put you in A tier, simply because you're just a cool looking dinosaur. So yeah, T-Rex goes in A tier for sure. Moving on to the Triceratops. It had a minor cameo in the original Jurassic Park where it was sick from those veggies, but it's made its good debut in Jurassic World. So I'm going to give you B tier, simply because Triceratops is just really cool looking in my opinion. I don't really like the way it looks in Jurassic World, but in Jurassic Park it looks really good. Moving on to the Stygimoloch. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm going to have to... you look cool, but I'm going to have to put you in D tier, simply because they only made you into a comic relief, and you had a lot more potential. So yeah, that's why I'm putting Stygimoloch in D tier. Stegosaurus, you made your first debut in The Lost World. I'm putting you in B tier. I am running out of rooms, so I'm just going to have to make you a little bit smaller, just so we have more room. But yeah, Stegosaurus gets B tier, because it's just, a really cool, iconic dinosaur and all that. Spinosaurus, I'm going to give you A tier, because you're just a cool theropod. The three cool theropods, T-Rex, Spinosaurus, and Giganotosaurus. So yeah, that's why you get A tier. Moving on to the newest Camp Cretaceous hybrid, the Spinoceratops, which is the Sinoceratops Spinosaurus hybrid. Now, I'm not really a big fan of the hybrids in these movies, but this guy gets a pass because he's really cute. I'm putting him in A tier. Spinoceratops gets A tier because it's just really cute looking. Moving on to the Smilodon, the newest character from Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous Season 4. You're getting B tier because you are very cool looking, so yeah, B tier for you. Moving on to the next one, Sinoceratops, the parent of the Spinoceratops. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to give you F tier. You're getting F tier simply because you're just so ugly looking, you know? You're very derpy, very chubby, and I don't really like that. They should have went with Pachyrhinosaurus like originally planned, in my opinion. But that's just me, though. Scorpius Rex, the main villain of Season 3 of Camp Cretaceous. I'm gonna go ahead and give you C tier, simply because of how outlandish you look. So yeah, Scorpius Rex is going into C tier. Quetzalcoatlus, another Jurassic World Dominion prologue creature. It looks really cool, and I love how big it looks. I'm putting you in solid B tier. I'm putting you in B tier just because of how solid you look. Moving on to the Jurassic World Pteranodon. Sorry, buddy, but I'm just gonna give you E tier. I'm putting you in E tier simply because you just look ugly looking. You can join your buddy, the Pteranodon. The Dimorphodon, sorry. The JP3 Pteranodon. You are a huge improvement. I am going to go ahead and give you the privilege of C tier, simply because you look a lot better than the Jurassic World Pteranodon. Parasaurolophus, one of the 7 original dinosaurs from the original Jurassic Park. I am going to go ahead. You made a minor cameo in that, and you made a much bigger appearance in the Lost World. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you B tier, simply because you look really good. You look really good. So yeah, B tier for Parasaurolophus. Pachycephalosaurus, making your debut in The Lost World and making a brief cameo in Jurassic World. I'm going to go ahead and put you in A tier, simply because you're a cool-looking dinosaur, and yeah, really cool. Oviraptor from the Dominion prologue. You have kind of feathers, and it's kind of a little too much. I'm going to give you C tier, simply because they kind of overdid it with the feathers. I know it's supposed to be accurate, but yeah, that's just me, though. Ouranosaurus making its debut in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3. I gotta admit, one of the cooler looking hadrosaurs. I will probably go ahead and put you in A tier, simply because you're just a cool looking hadrosaur, in my opinion. Moving on to the Pseudoceratops, making its debut in Battle at Big Rock. Now, I've got to be honest with you. You're better looking than the Sinoceratops. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put you in A tier, simply because you're a cool looking Ceratops here. Mosasaurus, always a cool looking and one of my favorite creatures, and it was the MVP of Jurassic World when it killed off the Indominus. I'm putting you in S tier, simply because you're just a cool-looking creature. The Moros. I will give you a pass because you're cute. And I think you're really cute, so I'm going to give you B tier. So yeah, Moros goes in B tier. Moving on to the next one, which is the Monolophosaurus. I must say, a cool-looking dinosaur, and it made its debut in Season 3 of Camp Cretaceous. So I'm going to go ahead and give you A tier. I'm going to put you in A tier, simply because you're just a cool-looking dinosaur. Mamenchisaurus, making its first and only appearance in The Lost World. I am going to go ahead and give you B tier, I guess, because you're just a cool looking sauropod. So Mamenchisaurus goes in B tier. Indominus Rex. I'm not really a fan of the hybrids that much, and you can tell from basically the what I said about the Spinoceratops. Spinoceratops got A tier for being cute. Scorpius Rex got C tier for kind of, But Indominus Rex actually looks better than Scorpius Rex. So I am going to give you B tier, simply because you are a cool looking design. I will give you that. Kentrosaurus, aka Pierce, making his first appearance in Season 4 of Camp Cretaceous. You are a cool-looking creature, and basically, I liked how you were in Camp Cretaceous, so you are definitely going in A tier, simply because you're just a cool-looking dinosaur. Indoraptor, the main villain of Fallen Kingdom. I will be putting you in C tier. I mean, I like the design, but again, I'm not really a big fan of the hybrids. And last but not least, the Iguanodon from the prologue of Dominion. I am going to go ahead and put you in A tier, because in my opinion, you're one of the better looking herbivores, Okay, so here's an overview of all of the dinosaurs or creatures in their ranks in the Jurassic films. In S tier, we have Brachiosaurus and Mosasaurus. In A tier, we have Dilophosaurus, Giganotosaurus, T-Rex, Spinosaurus, Spinoceratops, Pachycephalosaurus, Oranosaurus, Pseudoceratops, Monolophosaurus, Kentrosaurus, and Iguanodon. In B tier, we have the Allosaurus, Dreadnoughtus, Compsognathus, Velociraptor, Triceratops, Moros, Stegosaurus, Indominus Rex, Smilodon, Quetzalcoatlus, Parasaurolophus, and Mamenchisaurus. In C tier, we have Ankylosaurus, Gallimimus, Corythosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Carnotaurus, Scorpius Rex, the JP3 Pteranodon, Oviraptor, and Indoraptor. In D tier, we have Apatosaurus, Baryonyx, and Stygimoloch. In E tier, we have Dimorphodon and the Jurassic World Pteranodon. And in F tier, we have the Sinoceratops. So let me know what you think of this tier list in the comment section down below. Let me know whether or not you agree with this. But yeah, that is going to have to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. And let me know your thoughts on the tier list in the comment section down below. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. So long! What's going on, guys? Jason here with some big news. I have just opened up my very own merch shop. That's right. Starting today, you can buy your very own Jason Sheeran merchandise. Whether it's a t-shirt, hoodie, bag, mug, whatever you need, I've got. And if you order now, you can get 15% off your purchase at the shop. Offer expires December 10th. So hurry in and get your t-shirt, hoodie, mug, or bag today. Also available at the merch store, the Ultimate Apex Collection, which includes a pack of Shinagamiosaurs. Buy yours today.